You could take the 5 worst presidents in American history and put them together, and they would not have done the damage Joe Biden has done to our nation in just a few short years. Not even close.
Well, there you have it. Donald Trump reacting to the news that Joe Biden is going for another 4 years. The 45th president continued to vow to win the presidential election and, of course, make America great again. But it's no surprise Trump is bad-mouthing his successor. This is how he responded to Tucker Carlson earlier in the month when he was asked whether Joe Biden will stay in the 2024 race.
Look, I watch him just like you do. And I think it's almost inappropriate for me to say it. I don't see how it's possible. But there's something wrong. I saw his answer today on television about whether or not he was going to run to a very nice guy named Al Roker. I mean, you can't get a softer question than that. That was a long answer, talking about the eggs and the this and that. Look, I don't think he can.
This, of course, comes after the fact the US president announced through a promotional video that he would be seeking re-election at the 2024 presidential election.
Freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans. But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms. Cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy. Dictating what healthcare decisions women can make. Banning books and telling people who they can love.
And the announcement was made on the 4-year anniversary of when Joe Biden officially launched his 2020 bid for the White House.
That's why today I'm announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. Folks, America's an idea that's stronger than any army, bigger than any ocean, more powerful than any dictator or tyrant.
But much like Donald Trump, who could see himself in a repeat showdown at the 2024 election, not everyone is keen on Joe Biden running. The Democratic Party hadn't even dipped their toes in the water of nominating someone else within the administration to take over from their leader.
What is striking about a party with the scale of the US Democrats in a country with the scale of the United States is how little talent is available for the most important job America provides, the most important job in the world.
But at 80 years old, Joe Biden is the oldest sitting president in US history. And if he's elected again in 2024, he will gain that title yet again at 80 years old and eventually 86 years old at the end of his second term in 2028. But keep in mind, his biggest rival, being Trump, is 76 years old, and if he won the election, he would also be in his 80s. Joe Biden's administration continuously says the president is fit and healthy, both physically and mentally, but his age is one of the big factors as to why voters may steer clear of calling him up a second time. A recent NBC News poll revealed that 26% of respondents think that Joe Biden should run in 2024, while 70% believe he shouldn't. 34% described his age as a major reason as to why he shouldn't run. 15% said it was a minor reason, and 20% said it was not a reason. The New York Times today wrote a piece called "Biden would end his second term at 86. What could that mean for his brain and body?" Within the part delving into the aging brain, which is where Biden cops criticism, an expert said most healthy people in their 80s don't have trouble performing complex cognitive tasks such as problem solving and planning, but they may find it harder to multitask and learn new things. Some may struggle to remember words. Reaction time can also slow, but usually only slightly, on the order of fractions of a millisecond. Scientists don't know exactly why these changes happen, but the brain does get slightly smaller with age because of brain cell loss. Interestingly, certain cognitive skills such as vocabulary and abstract reasoning may stay constant or even improve with age, also for unknown reasons. Now, Joe Biden did sit a physical examination by White House Dr. Kevin O'Connor in February, but was given the all clear. Dr. O'Connor described the president as a healthy, vigorous 80-year-old male who is fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency, to include those as chief executive, head of state, and commander-in-chief. However, calls further increased after that for Joe Biden to also sit a cognitive exam, which would thoroughly examine his mental fitness and whether his cognitive abilities have been impaired. So far, his team have either declined or ignored mounting pressure from Republican Party members for the president to do this, despite the fact that Donald Trump had to sit one in 2018 to prove that he was sound of mind. The man leading these calls is former White House physician turned Republican Congressman Ronny Jackson. After Biden announced that he was seeking another 4 years in office, he tweeted, "Biden must take a cognitive exam or drop out. We deserve 100% confidence that our president can perform their duties. The cover-up needs to end."